town to 081-200-6659. One Africa TV. It just gets better.
ShopRite has always been here for you, and we're committed to bringing you the best value. Get more for less with our Essentials combo. That includes 10 kilos Rice King rice, 3 kilos Polana pasta elbows, 10 kilos Top Score maize meal, 10 kilos Buck Pro Fed Cook flour mix, and 10 kilos Sugar King white or brown sugar. All for $530. Save $66. Only at ShopRite.
This station subscribes to the Namibia Media Code of Conduct and is regulated by the Media Ombudsman, appointed to deal with complaints about media content that breach this code. This includes content that is inaccurate, unfair, or that invade privacy. We encourage aggrieved members of the public to submit complaints to the Media Ombudsman via mediaombudsmannamibia.org. The Media Ombudsman is supported by the Editors Forum of Namibia, advocating for ethical and quality journalism.
Hi everyone, and welcome to my Zone Online School. My name is Ms. Nancy Kangumine, and here I'm joined with by my friend Chanel. Welcome, Chanel. And before we start with anything, let's sanitize our hands. Do it properly, between your fingers, do it properly, Chanel. Okay, there we go. Do it properly there at home. And let's practice our social distance. Make sure you are touching nobody and no one. And then, last but not least, we need to put on our masks. It's very, very important. Today, we are doing hygiene, and let's turn our books to page. Oh, okay. So I'm not introducing my lesson. And our basic competencies describe how personal hygiene practices contribute to good health and recognize how this can be a social asset. State practices for personal hygiene. That's number 2. And then our vocabulary for today, we have personal hygiene, keeping your body clean as well as keeping the clothes you're wearing clean and dry. And social asset is the values a person possesses. And now we describe how personal hygiene practices contribute to good health and recognize how this can be a social asset. You need to have good personal hygiene to help your body stay healthy. How do I practice good personal hygiene? You have to wash your hands regularly with clean running water and soap to prevent germs. Blow your nose in a tissue to get rid of the germs trapped in the small hairs in your nose. Wash and comb your hair regularly to prevent germs or lice in your hair, and never share your comb or brush. Germs or fungi love warm or damp places. Wash your body with soap every day to get rid of hiding germs. Germs can cause halitosis. Brushing of teeth after every meal would prevent it. Keep your toe and fingernails short to prevent germs from moving in. Okay, now we are turning to the board. And as you can see, imagine you come into your class or into a room and you get this weird smell. And this weird smell is coming from a friend, that closest friend of yours. How do you deal with that? That is really very difficult, right? Okay, so that is what we call body odor. Sometimes there is a smell coming from under your armpits or even from your mouth. Kids first experience these funny smells. They appear oftenly. It starts at puberty. And it happens in your preteen years, starting from 12 years and so on. Sometimes we even get this bad smell from what we are eating, like the garlic and the peppers and the onions that we eat. They give us this funny smell. And then there are also certain foods you can eat to get rid of this bad smell, like lemons and stuff like that. And mostly it's the food that we love so much that give us these funny odors. And so you have to be very careful because not everybody is comfortable with someone else's bad smell. Okay, and body odor can be linked with poor hygiene habits as well. So, and your personal appearance is also very important because even when you go for job interviews, sometimes, or most of the time, we look at people that are very well presented. You cannot come there with all these things hanging out and so on and you expect to get a job. So, because an interview entails a lot of people. And if you come, they look at you and that's already, and if you're not good looking in like your looks, but what you're wearing and your smell and all that, if it's not good, then you're out, you must know. So you have to be very careful of that. Other things that can also take away your smell are like deodorants. And so now this friend of yours that has this bad smell, if you don't know how to approach them, because it's very, very sensitive, most of us cannot really tell our friends that, oh, you're smelling bad. Sometimes we buy them presents that help them with these funny smells. Just a perfume or a roll-on or just the spray-on deodorants and so on. Sometimes we keep these deodorants in our bags so that we can share it with our friends and we don't need to tell them straight that they are not having good smell and so on. And washing your hands, as we said, is very important. And now with the COVID, those are one of the things that we have to do every day and every time. So be careful. Because whatever we touch, there are germs. And these germs need to be cleared before we touch our noses, our mouth, and so on. So now we are turning to page 17 for our fun quiz. The first question is, describe how personal hygiene practices contribute to good health and recognize how this can be a social asset. As we said, social asset can be a problem to the one next to you. And then number 2 is state the practices of personal hygiene. Thank you. Okay, now before we leave, we are done for today, and before we leave, let's sanitize our hands again. We said every minute and every second we need to keep this little sanitized bottle in our bags in every way so that we can sanitize very often. And then social distance, very much needed. And then please don't forget to wear your mask. Thank you very much and bye-bye.
Hi everyone, my name is Shashi, I'm back. And you can always stay active throughout the lockdown. You can play with your friends, but keep your distance. Like me and my friend. Yay! And you can also jog and sing to be active. Until next time, bye!
Hello grade 5s and welcome to my Zone Online School. My name is Ms. Nancy Kangomine, and here in the studio I'm welcoming my friend Chanel. And before we start with anything, you have to remember that we have to sanitize our hands and obviously practice social distancing. Make sure you are touching nobody and no one. The lesson for today is lesson 5, fitness and the human body. Okay, now let's turn to page 19 in your booklet. The basic competencies for today are, after this lesson, you will state how different physical activities and adequate rest contribute to health in terms of blood circulation, prevention of heart diseases, muscles, and support system. You will discuss practices which contribute to your own fitness based on your own lifestyles, for instance, drawing, acting, and role play. The vocabulary for today, those words that you might not understand are fitness, the condition of being physically fit and healthy. Muscles, a band or bundle of fibrous tissue in a human or animal body that has the ability to contract, producing movement in or maintaining the position of parts of the body. Blood circulation is the circulation of blood that refers to the flow of blood from the heart through arteries to reach all parts of the body, then from the parts of the body through the veins and returning to the heart. Adequate, satisfactory, or acceptable in quality or quantity. So now the next is we are stating how physical activities and adequate rest contribute to healthy body. Regular physical activity can improve your muscle strength and boost your endurance. Exercise delivers oxygen and nutrients to your tissues and helps your cardiovascular system work more efficiently. And when your heart and lung health improve, you have more energy to tackle daily chores. Now we are turning to page 20. Just as exercise strengthens other muscles in your body, it helps your heart muscle become more efficient and better able to pump blood throughout your body. This means that the heart pushes out more blood with each beat, allowing it to beat slower and keep your blood pressure under control. Practices which contribute to our fitness based on our lifestyles will be, now I want us to actually turn to the board. Exercise control weight. Exercise can help prevent disease, excess weight gain or help maintain weight loss. Now, as you can see, these are the benefits of exercise here on the board. And the most important thing is your heart. The blood is pumped by the heart through the body, and then it has to come back to the heart. And this is why your heart can pump actually better if you exercise more. And then these are the benefits of exercise. You have a strong heart, you have better muscles, your respiratory system is working better, your pulse is actually better, you have increased bone density, your brain functions better. You can even focus better in class. And it helps with the production of more red blood cells. And obviously we all want these beautiful shapes, and you can, so that is also helped by exercise. So it also combats health conditions and diseases. It helps with your mood. You feel better. If it says mood, then it means that you actually feel better. And then obviously you have a lot of energy and you can sleep better. Okay, now being at home, we know that you are bored. Please, people, exercise. You can exercise with your dog, you can exercise with your parents, you can exercise with everyone around the house. But please just maintain your 1.5 distance. That is very, very important. And now we will continue on page 20 for our fun quiz. The first question on the quiz is, state how physical activities and adequate rest contribute to your health. And number 2, that's really fun. You are going to draw any of your physical activities which contribute to your own fitness. Thank you. That was. Okay, now we are going to sanitize again. You know how to sanitize all over between the fingers, and then please maintain social distance. And from me and my friend here, it's bye-bye.
What is social distancing? Hi everyone, I am Zoshi, and I'm back. It literally just means that you need to stay home all the time and keep away from crowded places. And remember to keep your distance from your friends too. Everybody stay safe. Yay! Till next time. Bye!
COVID-19 affects people very differently. Many people show no symptoms at all, but some are hospitalised for weeks. So what does the disease do to your body? The coronavirus enters through the mouth, nose or eyes. It then usually attaches itself to cells lining the nose, throat, airways or lungs. It can turn these cells into factories that multiply and spread the virus. For the majority, a fever, cough and breathlessness are as bad as it gets. But the virus can damage the small blood vessels lining the lungs and initiate clotting. The alveoli are tiny air sacs where oxygen goes into the blood. If they become inflamed, it can trigger pneumonia. Seriously ill patients need to be given oxygen as the lungs fill with fluid and debris.
I legit couldn't breathe. My oxygen meter was measuring under 88% oxygen levels, which is very dangerous. And the only time I ever thought my life was in danger was at that point.
COVID-19 doesn't just affect the lungs. It can also disrupt the immune system, which is used by the body to fight illnesses. Cytokines are part of the immune system that find and signal infections. For some people with severe COVID-19, this system can go into overdrive. If too many cytokines build up, it can cause an overreaction that damages healthy cells. This is called a cytokine storm for the most severe cases. COVID-19 can lead to seizures or even a coma. It can also cause brain problems that lead to strokes. The immune system overreacting can cause clots that stop the blood supply to parts of the brain. Brain inflammation, psychosis and dementia-like symptoms can also affect seriously ill patients. The average length of the illness is 14 days, but many people have symptoms for much longer. Breathing problems and post-viral fatigue last for months in some cases.
I cannot walk for long simply because I will feel a little bit short of breath and I feel the need to sit down. And that's something that has never happened to me before.
Some of the people who are most likely to develop severe symptoms are older adults and those with underlying health conditions. It's not fully known how anyone will react to COVID-19 until they get it. So it's important for everyone to follow health guidance. What precautions are you taking to stay safe?
Win free airtime with #LearnOn1. Share your comments on the lessons. SMS your feedback, name and town to 555. #LearnOn1. Invite learning in.
Now in its 6th year, the Syrian conflict has impacted heavily on the most vulnerable. More than 2 million children were forced to leave their homes. After 3 weeks at AIRTIME, a waterlogged camp in northern Greece, Mohammed Al-Khalil and his family of 4 are desperate to relocate.
حياة صعبة هون، خيم ومطر وبرد وحمام ما في وأمراض ونحن بكل الأحوال ندور مكان يعني آمن فلقينا المنظمات هاي الأمم المتحدة حل بالنسبة لنا، لأن احنا ندور الأمان وندور مشان أطفالنا، مشان ننسى الأيام اللي مرت علينا ونتأمل إن شاء الله خير يعني.
But for single mothers like Nisreen Chico, who is stuck at the border shared by Greece and the former Yugoslav Republic of Macedonia, the wait has led to desperation. Her husband was killed by a bomb in Aleppo 3 years ago. These days, she's consumed with protecting her 5 children.
حاسة إنه كثير صعب، أنا أولادي نعيش هون. ما فيني أتحمل، ما في. يعني صار لي 10 أيام هون ولا يوم نمت برياحة. هن بيناموا أنا لا.
Nisreen is not alone. Narin worries about her 2-month-old baby, Delberin, who has contracted a lung infection. She's unsure whether he'll survive.
في معه مرض فيروس، في معه التهابات، ما بعرف حرارة، في معه سهل تراجع. أخذنا على المستشفى صار 14 هون أنا. بارحة جيت على أساس ما في شيء، جيت لهون كمان نفس الشيء. أولادي كلهم هذول كلهم مرضانين.
UNHCR, the UN Refugee Agency, is providing shelter for the thousands of children and their families trapped here. But it's not enough.
A lot of families with young children have spent weeks, night after night, in the rain, in the cold, under the open sky. The small tents that they have had are not good. It's not proper shelter.
Keeping the children warm is a priority. The refugees burn anything in sight just to keep the cold away and avoid hypothermia. Meanwhile, back in the camp at AIRTIME, Mohammed, his family and other refugees make the journey to a nearby hotel, the first stop in the relocation process. For this family, at least, the possibility of a new life is beginning. But unfortunately, for far too many others, life has become hopeless. And as long as the brutal war in Syria goes on, it's unlikely that any of these children will see their birthplace in the foreseeable future. This report was produced by Mary